the food is very good in Africa. I love it. People ask me my favorite food is, I will say African food because it's just so good. It's very simple. It's fills you up pretty well because they don't have a lot, so they need a kind of food that will keep you full for a while, so you don't have to eat again. Between the two nations, there are some basics that are similar, like rice. Everyone eats rice in both places. That's very African. No matter where you go, you'll eat rice. Plantains are very popular. They're really good when they chop them up into little slices and then fry them in oil. That's really good. I would say there's a lot more food in Cameroon itself than Congo, because I can count how many eating appointments I had in Congo on one hand. I think it was like 3 or 4. And we had some weddings where I sampled some food, but definitely more familiar with Cameroon food just because I ate it more. Because they just have less in Congo. It's a lot poorer nation because their farms got destroyed during the Congo Wars in the 90s, and they haven't replanted them since. But in Cameroon, one thing that they eat a lot of is this one dish called indole. Basically, like most things in Africa, they take a plant and they cut it up, and this one's especially bitter, so they have to wash it several times to get the bitterness out. And then they cook it in oil, and then you eat it, usually with rice or plantains. That's pretty much everything. They have things called lecoq. They have other things called sanga. It's just very different plants or grasses cut up and cooked in oil. Some have corn in them. Some have sugar in them. Some have peanut butter in them. Some just sort of taste like wet grass, especially in Congo. They have the one thing called trois pièces, which is French for 3 pieces. They put fish, peanut butter, and one other thing. Some plant. I don't know what's it called. It's a certain leaf they cut up. They throw it in there. But my favorite thing I ate in Cameroon was definitely this dish they have called fufu gumbo. We actually have gumbo in America. If you ever had, like, what's it called? Like Cajun cuisine. They have it there, like in Louisiana. It's not nearly the same. Basically chopped up okra. If you've ever had okra, it's very slimy and sticky. So they use a lot of that. So when you eat the soup, if you eat it with a spoon, you just grab a spoonful and you pick it up, and the soup's here, your spoon's here, and it's connected still. And it sounds gross, but it's actually really good. I like it. A lot of others didn't, but that was probably my favorite. Fufu, on the other hand, it's prevalent in basically all of Africa, and they eat it in Congo and Cameroon. It's a little different in both places. My favorite kind is where they take this certain root. In English, it's called cassava. In French, it's called manioc. They dry it out. It's basically like a potato. A big potato, like this big. They dry it out, break it into little pieces, and they crush it into a powder. Heat up some water. They dump the powder in. You get, basically, if you've ever been to like a MLB baseball game, you get like the mini bat. You get like a mini bat, essentially. And they stir that with the mini bat. Stir the powder in the hot water until it turns to a giant sticky ball. And it's very hot, it's very sticky, and it sort of tastes like sour potatoes, but in a good way. And that sounds kind of gross, but it's actually really good. You take it, you pull off a little bit, you form it into a ball, and you use that ball, you stick in whatever thing you're eating, be it gumbo or some kind of soup or stew or whatever, and then you use that as a spoon and you eat that. It's very popular over there. It's my favorite, far and beyond my favorite. Let's see what else. Beans are very popular because they're very easy to make. But one of my favorite things is in Congo. They have a thing that's called kwanga. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. It's the same root that they use for fufu, the manioc root. What they do instead is they take it and they grind it up, and they mix it with water, and they form it into like a log. And certain logs cost more depending on the size. You can get some that are this big and like that round, some that are this big and this round. Those are for like parties or weddings. They take it and they wrap it in leaves, and then they boil it, and they pull it out, and it's done, and you eat it. They have the same thing in Cameroon, except they cook it, and then they bury it in the ground for a few days and let it ferment. So it gets kind of gross. I don't like that one. But in Congo, it's really good. And I eat that very, very often. Trois pièces and kwanga, because they don't have a lot, but they eat those, and it's very, very good. Very inexpensive, too. You can get a log. It's like this big, that big around, for the equivalent of 20 US cents, and that'll tide you over for a little while. They drink soda, kind of a lot. because it's sort of, you either drink beer or you drink soda, because the water can be kind of questionable. You're not supposed to drink water from like members' houses, like, or the faucet or wells. I did anyway because it's just so hot that you just drink water. But oftentimes people offer you like a Coke or a Fanta or Sprite. Those are very popular. They have some regional ones. I think my favorite one's this one's called Gino, and it's basically like a fruit cocktail soda, but it's produced in Cameroon only. So if you go to Congo, you won't be able to see it. If you go to Congo, you'll be able to get passion fruit Fanta soda, which you don't find in the United States. So drink that up while you can, because it's very good.